Hello, this is Nashville Screen with a weekly update for July 8th and the weekend of July 10th. This is Sam Smith. We've started a Discord to chat about local film openings and goings-on and what we've been watching. I'll post the link if I can in the podcast show notes. This is just an experimental test run at a weekly podcast. It's going to be short and sweet, maybe 20 minutes at the most, I hope. I would love to do this chatting with someone else in the community from time to time would be great. And no promises I can do this every week, but let's give it a try. So we're going to talk about what's opening at the Belcourt and at the Regals and AMCs and theaters around town this weekend, and what's playing one-off over the next week from Wednesday to Wednesday. And we're also going to talk about the upcoming Belcourt calendar. They just dropped new titles for August for their Midnights and Music City Mondays, and there's some exciting things coming up. And we'll have a little bit of movie news at the end as well, so stay tuned. Once again, it's Sam Smith with Nashville Screen, and you can join our Discord by clicking the invite in our podcast notes. Hopefully, if I can figure that out. So, opening this week, today, July 8th, Wednesday, there's actually a one-night-only Regal Fathom event of Citizen Kane, 85th anniversary. Just wanted to let everybody know that. Nothing less than the greatest film of all time, to some. We have also 4 queer classics at the Belcourt, the ongoing annual series. It's Beautiful Thing tonight at on the 8th. I don't have the showtime right in front of me. For specific showtimes, you can refer to the Belcourt and Fandango and Regal, etc. Tomorrow, July 9th, we have The Invite opening at the Belcourt, as well as the Regals and AMCs. And this is, let me just assure you all, a must-see, especially with the crowd. We had a preview screening of this for members and press. I am a member of the Music City Film Critics Association, was there for that, and it plays so well. This is a feature directing job by Olivia Wilde. She also stars in it alongside Ed Norton, Penelope Cruz, and Seth Rogen. It's a 4-actor showcase. It ranges from hilarious to sincere, and somehow Wilde juggles all of this at once and knocks it out of the park. I think this is going to be a big word-of-mouth hit, and I think it could also come into play end of the year for awards. So you're going to want to see The Invite at the Belcourt this weekend if you can with friends. It is a sex comedy, so maybe not see it with your parent unless you have that kind of relationship. But it's a really great time, and I think it's going to do really well. Also opening on the 9th, tomorrow, Thursday, we have Evil Dead Burn. That's going to be at Regal, AMC, and the Hookie, which is Hookie's the new theater down in the new development in Midtown. I've not been yet. We also have Moana, the live-action remake. The less that can be said about this one, probably the better. I am no fan of the Disney live-action remakes, but if you want to check it out, it opens as well. Then we have also Night Nurse. On Fandango, this had no image and no rating. It was not rated. And I looked it up. It is a erotic thriller that actually premiered at Sundance to some interesting reviews. So don't sleep on Night Nurse. If that interests you, you can check it out. Gail Daughtry and the Celebrity Sex Pass also opens at the Regals and AMCs. And then on the 10th, we have Ask E. Jean opening at the Belcourt documentary. We have some repertory titles playing as well at the Belcourt. We've got Casino from Scorsese, July 10th through 12th, and also July 14th was added. Great chance to see Scorsese's Casino, one of my favorite Scorsese's personally. We have for Belcourt Midnights on the 10th, that's Friday night, Barb and Star go to Vista Del Mar, followed by an interesting pairing, Saturday night, midnight, The Lighthouse from Robert Eggers. So I guess this is a Lighthouse double feature of sorts. They always like to get cute with their pairings. So let us know if you go to any of the Midnights. Also down at Full Moon Cineplex, Escape from New York, Friday night, July 10th. We also have at the Regal the Ghibli Fest. So G-Kids, as you know, promotes a Studio Ghibli annual fest. They go through multiple Ghibli films per year on short runs. It's an annual tradition at this point. And My Neighbor Totoro from July 11th through 15th will be at Regal. This is not only my favorite Ghibli and my favorite Miyazaki, it is one of my 4 favorite films of all time. I've seen it countless times. There are dubbed and subtitled showings available. So check your listings for that. Then Monday at the Belcourt for Music City Mondays, we have Under the Cherry Moon. Shout out to Michael Compton. This is a big favorite of his, and he is ecstatic. So if you've not seen Prince's film Under the Cherry Moon, it's a rare chance to see it Monday night at the Belcourt. And then on that same night, Regal does Fangoria staff picks. I believe it's monthly, and I just noticed this as I was compiling the listings. The title this time is American Psycho, one night only. Also want to let you know about your last chance to see certain things this week. So ending at the Belcourt tomorrow is Leviticus. Ending also is Greg Allman, Music of My Soul. And Tuner is over at AMC Thoroughbred 20. It played really well at the Belcourt, had a nice long run. A lot of people are naming it one of their favorite films of the first half of the year. And it had an extra week at AMC Thoroughbred 20 only. Just happened to notice this, and it does end tomorrow. I think tomorrow is the last show. I think it's a morning show. I might even have to try to get over there myself because I've still yet to catch up with this one. Lockbox ending at July 9th. Lucky Strike. This is a horror film and a war film, respectively, that I know nothing about. There are always so many films at the multiplexes that don't make any kind of noise, especially with horror. You have a token horror film every now and then that no one talks about, and that's Lockbox. Lucky Strike ending as well. And then on Sunday, July 12th, will be the Python Hunt's last screenings at the Belcourt. So last chance for multiple films this week if you want to try to catch them before they go. Now, the Belcourt has also spontaneously updated their website, as Michael has let us know, with multiple entries for mid to late August, specifically their Midnights and their Music City Mondays. I'm going to give a quick overview of not just those, but a couple big things coming up through August as we look at the upcoming release calendar. And I do keep these updated on the Discord. The idea was to have one place where you can see whatever is coming in the next month and beyond, to the Belcourt, to the multiplexes, etc. Of course, we have Queer Classics continuing. July 16th is going to be The Odyssey. We all know about this. Well, there's a lot I could go through. Let's go right to the Midnights and the Music City Mondays, because the newly announced ones begin around Beyond the Valley of the Dolls, August 7th for Midnight, and Scott Pilgrim versus the World, August 8th. So that's the pairing for August 7th and 8th over at the Belcourt for Midnights. Then we've got The Easy Kind, Monday, August 10th. It's going to be a Music City Mondays. This is a new film, I believe, and I need to look more into it. We also have a new little triptych from Elaine May. I'm very excited about this because A New Leaf was released on Cinematograph on Blu-ray, and I was curious about this film and I was going to blind buy it. And now we have a chance to see on the big screen in 3 films by Elaine May: A New Leaf, Mikey and Nikki, and yes, Ishtar. Today I learned Ishtar was directed by Elaine May. I had forgotten about that if I did know it before. So we have A New Leaf, Mikey and Nikki, and Ishtar all playing in mid-August at the Belcourt with 2 showtimes for each, except Ishtar's only on a Monday, doubling as a Music City Monday selection. Around that time, we have Teenage Sex and Death at Camp Miasma opening on August 14th, which we already knew. And then we have something I'm quite excited about. The next Midnight Movie Weekend, August 21st and then 22nd. Friday, August 21st, it's going to be what they're calling Weeknight Rewind Redux Edition. This is when Zach and other members of the Midnight crew put together a surprise secret mystery midnight movie where 3 VHS inspired or VHS selected films were voted on live on the spot by the audience. And this movie was chosen at the drop of the hat to be the midnight movie, similar to what they do for 12 Hours of Terror, where the screening is a surprise, but you show up and you let the audience decide. And this is going to be great. Super secret midnight mystery movie, August 21st at the Belcourt, Weeknight Rewind Redux Edition. And to top it off, to make it even cooler, this is really when you want to take a nap for and come out for, because the film selection is going to be great. Surely, but also we have a parking lot video market. They did this within the last 6 months. It was really great, and multiple vendors setting up not just VHS, but hopefully in this case some Blu-ray and other maybe collectibles. As you all know, we have a new mobile video store, Press Play Video, that is selling new boutique Blu-rays and used Blu-rays as well in some cases. So we're going to have Press Play there, and we're going to have emergency movie services, Danger Zone Video from Mount Juliet, and other vendors as well. So that's all happening on Friday, August 21st. It should be great. That same weekend, the second midnight selection is Friday the 13th, A New Beginning. Then we have August 21st through 27th, just announced a new 4K restoration of Jane Campion's The Piano. I think that's going to be quite notable to try to check if you have not seen that one. That's going to be great. And then Gypsy 83 is a Music City Mondays, selection for August 31st. And lastly, Miami Vice from Michael Mann's Miami Vice. You could call it already a modern cult classic, I think, with the amount of Michael Mann fandom that we have in the film community. But it's September 3rd. It's a staff pick. And we still have no date for The Samurai and the Prisoner, Kiyoshi Kurosawa's new film. But we have Hedwig and the Angry Inch, the 25th anniversary movie tour. This is a live event with John Cameron Mitchell. So get your ticket there. You can get a VIP ticket as well. He's going to be present. So that's pretty exciting. Another cult film that we love. What else? Speaking of Press Play Video, want to let you all know the next appearance for the mobile video shop. And Joe has just joined our server, so please give him some love in the server and say hello to him. And say hello to him in person at the mobile video store. He is going to be tonight, actually, Wednesday, at Movie Trivia at Broadcast Brewing. That's at 6 p.m. So that should be cool. Broadcast Brewing, it looks like it's... Well, where is Broadcast Brewing? Grissom Drive. Okay, so it looks like kind of in the Melrose area, between Melrose and Wedgwood, Houston area. So that should be great. And he's also going to be at East Side Bowl for the Punk Rock Flea Market all day Saturday. And that might be all day Sunday as well. Yes, so Saturday and Sunday, if you're on the East Side, Press Play Video will be at the East Side Bowl all day, both days. Check his site and his Instagram for specific listings. The next chance you'll get to see him is the next Saturday, the 18th. They're doing a movie club at Crazy Gnome Brewery. It's going to be Mortal Kombat 95. So, just to end off, touching on a couple movie news items other than Wes Anderson getting stuck in an elevator. Notable developments this last week include the first reactions to Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey. This is about as hyped as you can get for a big blockbuster. The scope, the size, the scale, the amount of anticipation, the amount of craft going into this. The first feature film shot on 70 millimeter entirely. 70 millimeter IMAX, let me correct myself, entirely. We're going to have a 70 millimeter IMAX print in Nashville. It is screening to press early, and then it will open on the 16th. And first reactions were great. They were great. So we had some influencers in there. We also had some proper film critics in LA who were at this. So you can kind of give it a little bit more credence. It was not an influencer only screening. And I'm just quite excited about this. This is really up my alley. I love mythology. I love Nolan. And it sounds like, honestly, this is really going to be another knockout. So the reviews are good. Speaking of big, giant spectacle on IMAX, Dune Part 3 trailer just dropped today, so let us know what you thought of that. That's going to be the big IMAX holiday movie in December. And hopefully both Nolan and this time Villeneuve can get the Best Director nod. He did not get a nomination for Part 1 and 2, and maybe it's time finally to make good on that for Part 3. Looking forward to it. Zendaya's having a big year. Chalamet's having a big year. It's going to be good. This is good. In a year that, we could talk about the whole upcoming year in films, and there's not a lot that I personally am over the moon excited about compared to previous years, even if you factor in the stuff from Cannes Film Festival, just feeling a little bit lackluster this year. there are still some big spectacles to look forward to, especially in those two, Odyssey and Dune Part 3. So I will sign off there right at 15 minutes. Yeah, perfect. We did What's Opening. We did an extended look at the Belcourt for August. And we've got a little movie news and some press play video to plug. Once again, please join the Discord. Would love to have any of you all there. Would love to chat with any of you and have some special guests on this once a week. So if this is easy to upload, you should see it in the Spotify feeds, Apple Podcasts, hopefully as well. We will see. I'll try to get it to upload on YouTube as well. This has been Sam Smith for Nashville Screen, signing off.